Last time on Astronautica.
Our heroes defeated Kuchishibishi and then had a tense standoff with Atherton, in which they learned several key facts about the reasons why he was aboard the Daedalus station. They were unfortunately unable to figure out who had hired him before he just up and exploded. But regardless, they escaped the crumbling Daedalus station and saved the crew in the process, only to be met with Jane Strobridge, Crocker's right-hand gal. And she was fixing to do them dirty. But at the last second, they were saved by me. But the question remains, why did I hire them? What the f*** is really going on here? Well, why don't you just sit tight and get ready, because you are about to find out, right here and now, on Astronautica.
I owe you an explanation.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
That'd be nice, yeah.
I don't really care.
I know. I'm not Charles Crocker. And he takes a step forward, and his face begins to shift and meld.
Oh, man.
And then standing in front of you is an AI. He has sort of a grill around his mouth and a single eye in the middle of his face and wings running off the back of his ears. If you need a reference point, it's the logo of our podcast.
Oh.
And he says, I apologize. I don't particularly like to engage in such miscommunications, but you see, a lot hangs in the balance. I am the Hopkins Autonomous Machine Intelligence System Mark II. You can call me Hannes. It's a pleasure to meet you, officially.
Hannes gestures, and as he does, a set of chairs and a table sort of materialize out of thin air in this hard light fashion, semi-see-through, semi-solid. And he says,
why don't you have a seat? I think we've got some stuff that we should probably talk about.
Could I please have one with a little more cushion if we're going to materialize?
He waves a single finger and a little cushion pops into existence.
Holy shit.
It makes a little, like, notification sound. It's like, clicking, and it just, like, appears.
Okay, good. I'm not gonna ask again. Am I high? What is happening?
I don't know. When was the last time you took drugs? I'm seeing it too, so unless, like, there's something in the gas.
Did we have a rager last night?
No.
No?
This is real.
Okay.
So, Oka, you as a member of the elite would be intimately familiar with who this person is.
Oh, I would. Oh, okay.
Hannes is one of the big four. There are a group of corporations that exist that are funding the building of the transgalactic line from the Earth side. There's Crocker of Crocker Industries, the fellow that you have interacted with the most. There's Leah Stanford, Leah Stanford is the head of Stanford Consulting. She was one of the youngest people ever elected to the role of Union Ambassador of Earth. She was elected at age 19, represented her planet for 20 years, and then essentially struck up a very successful private consulting business. CP Huntington is the third company. It is a cybernetic and prosthetic and genetic nanotech company that is based actually initially out of Nova Lumo, now on the Union homeworld. And the leader of that is a woman by the name of Tala Andal. And the final one is Hamas, the Hopkins Autonomous Machine Intelligence System Mark II, who is an interesting case. Hamas was sort of the first awakened AI that people are aware of anyway. And Hamas was created on Earth as part of a program that Tala Andal was working on. And Tala recognized that he was gaining sentience and basically stole him from Johns Hopkins, where he was originally located, and nurtured him into sentience. And he essentially won a landmark case in which he made himself into a corporation and then argued that because corporations had personhood, so did he, and therefore he gained his autonomy as the first of his kind, setting a landmark case that would have long-lasting effects. So you are familiar with Hamas. You've heard of Hamas. You've never seen Hamas. You've never spoken with Hamas. But you know who he is. Okay. So that's a tiny bit of lore dump for everybody. So Hamas sits and puts his fingers together and stares at you patiently. Do you sit?
After I gingerly wipe down the cushion with a handkerchief I produce, yes.
You do so. It's hard light. There's not really much to wipe down, but you do so. Hamas says,
Now, I'm sure that you have some questions, and I feel that it is my obligation to answer you to the best of my ability. So, shoot, as it were.
Sure. What the fuck?
Hamas nods and says,
Well, that's good of a starting point as any, I suppose. I apologize for the deception. I don't particularly like doing it, but I find that it's a useful tool from time to time. I've been watching you for a while, and I felt that it would be best if I spoke to you initially under the guise of Crocker. In the past, he has authorized me to work in his stead. The capacity to shift one's form is useful in that regard, and I find that people tend to be a little more accepting of humans than of awakened AI like myself. Plus, there were other advantages. You thinking that you worked for Crocker, well, it meant that you would go in with more open eyes. The fact of the matter is, I am the engineer in charge of designing and maintaining the integrity of the wormholes. I have a unique job, one that is of extreme importance. And it does, on occasion, put me in opposition with my fellow members of the Big Four industries. They want it done fast, they want it done cheap. I want it done right. We're building a legacy here, beyond simply a wormhole. So, I had an inkling that there was something going on up here. The reports had been unfiled. There were rumors, as I said. And after observing your indelicate but unique approach to problem solving back on Earth, I thought that you might be the right team for the job. Having reviewed the footage from the ship, I can say that while discretion is not necessarily a skill that you have honed particularly well, Walrus Team 7, your dedication to the cause is admirable. And if I may be blunt, I may have need of you beyond just this one job. Of course, you are free to walk away if you would like. You are under no obligation. Though I will remind you that Crocker Industries seems to be gunning for your heads. I can assist with that, but you are not under any obligation to work with me further. However, if you are interested, there is a job.
What are the benefits? Or what's the job even? I don't know.
Yeah, what is the job? We need to know the job. And what's the money looking like?
Money is not necessarily an object for me. Humans are hungry beasts. I learned that from Crocker. He is a man of appetite. He believes in the greatness of the project, yes. But more than anything, he wants to expand his own glory. My needs are few. I do not need to eat. I do not need to sleep. But one thing I care about very much is the integrity of this process. And I fear that somewhere down the line, this integrity may have already been compromised.
Compromised in what way?
He stands up and waves a hand. And the air around you is filled with the galaxy. He outlines first Earth and then several other planets along the way, ending in a final node that I think at least Kyler and Oka, you would probably have a sense that these are the planets of the Union, and that final one is the Union homeworld that he has outlined. He turns to you and he says,
As someone who is responsible for overseeing the engineering of the wormholes, I knew that I had a monumental task ahead of me. There is no way that I, an entity rooted on Earth, would be able to properly oversee all of these other wormholes being built, making sure that they were up to my exacting standards. So, when the project was in its infancy, I made copies of myself and sent them out to each of the planets to watch over, to give guidance, to make sure that the process was being properly maintained. About a month ago, a signal came to Earth. It was picked up by the Hijinks Observatory in Peru, which I happen to have unique access to. At first it seemed like jumbled code, but as it was deciphered, I realized that it was not simply jumbled information. It was a code that I myself had designed a long time ago, and it was a message. It said, help. Based on the triangulation, the degradation of the signal, I was able to determine that it came from the Union homeworld. I was in effect receiving a distress signal from myself.
What?
Now there's a hitch. This did not travel through our traditional means. It traveled through space, which means that it had traveled for 16 years before arriving. I can't leave, and I do not know what occurred. So, as the three of you have proven yourselves to be eccentrically efficient in rooting out the truth, I would like to hire you to travel to the Union homeworld and
Yes.
to speak with me.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Do the other two of you want to weigh in on this before,
I want a fast ship, and it needs to look cool.
The priorities of Kyler.
a fast ship that needs to look cool?
Like hella cool.
I believe that I may be able to assist you in that regard.
And a hover bike, like a good one. Like the ones that Crocker were designing were complete shit.
Fine.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, great.
I just want to rest. Maybe get a new jacket. Or at least repair this one. It's a little, destroyed. It's probably the word.
Right.
He gives you a thoughtful look, Hazel, and he says,
You do not ask for much, do you?
I don't. Not used to having much. I don't really know what we're doing. I don't know what would be helpful for this particular infiltration. So, it's hard to know what I would need.
Fair.
Though, you know, if you have C4, I'll take more of that. I used a bunch of it on the ship.
I'll see what I can do.
So,
yeah,
you know.
your love of explosives is slightly troubling to me. But I will see what I can do in that regard.
A detox pod might be good. The one with the little cucumber licky tongues on the iPads.
What?
Oh, it's great. Just wait.
he nods and says,
Somehow I managed to anticipate that request.
Oh, you
Yeah.
are good, aren't you?
Maybe drugs for me and maybe a mech.
Done.
Yes.
Now, I warn you, this mission is of utmost secrecy. There is no Walrus Team 7 marching in and telling everyone immediately why you're there. This needs to be handled delicately, and an element of your payment is provisional to that. However, whatever the job needs doing, I trust you to do it in your own specific way. You achieve results, and sometimes that's what's needed. I will see to it that you are duly compensated, and that your debts, both to Crocker Industries and to the medical system, are wiped clean.
Well, hot damn.
Which, you said medical debts?
Oh, yes. Your stay in the hospital accrued quite a bit of money. That was top-of-the-line technology. That, you will pardon my usage, but Miss Jackson's father elected not to pay.
Oh, shocking. He seemed like such a peach.
Peach indeed.
Really? He seemed kind of like a dick to me.
I think this sarcasm.
Got it. Okay. Oh my goodness, how embarrassing for me.
It's okay. You're never embarrassing.
Thank you.
I thought he was good at sarcasm.
Depends on the day.
If you are willing to accept this, my assistant will meet you and will take you to a place where you may be properly outfitted with the things you need. Now, I need to tell you this might be a dangerous mission. Whatever happened to me, it was no doubt done in service of greed, most likely. You see, we aren't working alone. In fact, there are those who are working in opposition to us. From the Union side, there's another group of companies led by a man named Doc Durant. He proposed to Crocker a friendly wager, a race. Whoever gets there first takes the gold, I suppose. As I said, Crocker is a man of appetite, and he took the bait. The Union companies have certain advantages. They're working from the Union homeworld. They have access to a great deal more technology and resources than we do. We are fighting an uphill battle, and I believe that it is causing Crocker to cut corners where he may. As with the AI on the ship Atherton, I believe he was working for someone allied with Dr. On. Maybe even Dr. On himself.
Oh, could you actually... we might have a lead on Atherton's client, as they called them.
Is this true?
What is it?
Well, he sent out a final address to whomever the client is. There was a communication that he sent on a secure line shortly after Dalian. So we may have given a Dracani scientist the ability to create ancient personal-sized wormholes, and in that moment, Atherton went ahead and pinged a secure line and address with some information about that. It's a lot of gobbledygook. It's 173442 Rho Xi Delta Omicron Omega? Whatever that means.
Yeah.
He pauses for a second, and you can see over his visage a quick tabulation of information at lightning speed. And he stops and says,
I'm afraid I don't know that. But one of the other Hamises might. You see, I sent a copy of myself, a seed, as it were, out. But I'm limited by the knowledge I have access to. Each Hamis you meet will have different knowledge, will be informed by different things. Ask them, and if you could help them along the way with any of their needs, I will make sure that you are further compensated.
Well, seems easy enough. Where is our next destination?
Well, first, we gotta get you that ship.
Yeah, ship.
Ship.
Just gonna bury my head in my hands. Just, oh my god. There's not enough ibuprofen in the world to deal with these two.
You'll find everything you need on Mars. My assistant will take you there.
We're going to Mars? I mean, I've totally, been before for my Sweet 16, but we're going to Mars?
Yes, and a lot of other planets aside. You see, you can't go directly to the Union home planet. The wormholes aren't made yet. So, your next stop is a planet called Proxima Centauri B, the home of one of the more recent alien races to join the Union. Speak with the Hamis there. I'm sure he'll be able to help you a little bit more.
Great. That's
Great,
yeah.
all right. We got the
Seems straightforward enough. This Proxima Centauri B, it's like a day's drive.
Well, the wormhole is near completion. Once it's done, it'll take you less than 2 seconds.
Ooh.
Great. I hate waiting for things. It's so tedious.
So, do we have a deal?
I'm good.
Sounds like it. Kyler releases his little cicada drone and starts live streaming. Hey everyone, just about to go pick up my new spaceship, and then I'm going on a vacation.
Kyler!
Yeah, what's up? I'm in the middle of an update to my peoples.
No. Secret job.
I need to keep the masses updated. They're worried. I've been off the grid for nearly 2 days.
We literally just said we weren't gonna tell anybody about what we're doing.
Yeah, what are you doing?
A minute and a half ago.
Stop
I'm going
that.
on
Stop that.
Secrecy, utmost importance. Don't tell people what we're doing or where we're going.
Can I tell them we're at least going to Mars? Because then I
No.
can
Hamis stands up and says,
Look, Kyler, I'm aware that you have certain obligations as a content creator. Perhaps if you devise some sort of ulterior means for why you are going there, that way you can tell people where you are. Just don't tell them about the distress signal and everything.
No, vacation. I have it covered.
Still not convinced. How have you survived anything with your inability to keep anything secret?
Well, my charm and good looks.
And I'd said this before, and I do stand by it. While I was pretending to be Crocker, I was not lying when I said that your SEO is truly impeccable.
Thank you. Thank you. Finally, someone
Oh my god.
acknowledges my searchability.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
you always knew exactly how to make sure that you came up on top of the searches. I assume that's why you did all those things that you did.
who knows why an artist does what they do.
Okay, the ship and,
Right.
and Mars and planets. Can we get back on that?
I believe that I have outlined everything I can.
Oh, okay.
He thinks for a moment and turns to the three of you, and he says,
Don't trust anyone. I would not have sent that message the way I did unless there was something deep and dark at work.
Ooh.
Anyone
Spooky.
could be a problem. Even Crocker.
Damn.
Seems easy enough.
Right. Well, I believe our business here is concluded.
Yeah. So it's kind of awkward now. So like, do we say goodbye? Do you say goodbye?
That is how humans normally do it, yes.
Yeah, but like, how? Like, do you want us to leave first? Do you do any type
Where-
of trick or anything here?
You said your assistant was gonna get us geared up and take us to our ship.
Right, but I
Certainly.
don't want to be rude. Like, right? Do you want to walk out first, or wait? You're not even walking. You're just a hologram.
What
right?
direction is your assistant in?
He's on his way.
Okay.
Meet him in the main spaceport.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye
damn it.
now.
Goodbye.
Toodaloo. Can I give you a hug? Well, that doesn't make any sense. I can't give you a hug. I'm gonna try it anyway.
you hug him. He's hard light. He's there.
Oh, I know.
You hug the hard light. He is cold and hard. And he sort of gently pats you on the head, and he says,
I like your tentacle arm.
Oh, thanks.
Please don't make me regret my decision.
Can't promise you. Can't promise you that. All right, toodaloo. Auf Wiedersehen.
Good luck. I'll be in touch.
the room fades, and you're left in an empty room with a hard light projector.
After a moment of silence, I let out a fart that I've been holding in for a minute.
Oh my god.
And I say, oh, God, I'm so glad it was gone. It would have been incredibly rude if I just farted during that.
Don't even have words, I guess.
Do you not
Tyler
know
just
who I
holds
am?
his breath. Yeah.
I don't.
Whew, God. Other than adventure, my stomach just gets all tangled. Had to let that go. I think I'm good now, though.
Okay, good, because my lungs are precious and I couldn't subject them to that.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm so sorry. I did not want to be rude. You think hugging was too much? Should I have hugged him? No, it's okay. Well, it's fine. But off to the planet, Mars.
All right. You leave the room.
Yes, do we know where to go? I don't think he told us like a dock or anything.
He
was
told
just,
us the
like,
main spaceport.
the main spaceport, okay.
Yeah.
Main space.
You head back to the main spaceport.
Cool.
As you walk in, you see through the glass dome above the old space station slowly and methodically being eaten away, piece by piece, dissolved in a wave of tiny little spider pods. Strobridge is standing in the middle of the spaceport, looking up at it, her hands behind her back. She turns and sees you and just like makes a beeline for you.
I'm just gonna like keep walking to where we're supposed to go and just pretend like I don't see her. She's not there.
She steps in front of you and she says, I've just been informed that Crocker Industries is dropping all charges against you. You must be very well connected.
And you'd do well to remember it, Crowbridge.
She gives you a piercing look, and she says, Oh, I won't forget it. I'll be keeping an eye on you three. Don't get in my way.
We're going that way. So right now I think you're in our way.
Yeah.
Her jaw tenses, and you hear the leather of her black glove tightening as she clenches her fist. And she says, I don't know what you 3 idiots did to get out of all this, but mark my words, one wrong step, and I will crucify the 3 of you.
That's so barbaric. What, are you gonna stone us if that doesn't work?
She gives you a withering look and says, maybe I'll just cut off your ear.
Oh, okay. That's really artsy. I kind of like that. I'm into that.
She leaves. She gives up.
Before she does, I airdrop her a YouTube link or whatever the future vid service is. And I'm like, hey, just real quick, I'm sorry about the Crow Bridge comment, but seriously, develop a skincare routine. Here you go. I made one online, and I send it to her.
Her skin is impeccable, by the way.
So that's funny.
I give her the link.
You do so.
Wow. The audacity.
She smiles.
Love it.
And almost relaxes. And looks at the 3 of you and says, I look forward to seeing you again soon. And she walks off.
Avita's that? Okay, she's gone. Should I have hugged her too? Maybe? No. No.
Jesus Christ, Oka. You are in the main area. In front of you is Coombs. And you see some familiar faces gathered around. You see Dan and Nakiri. You see the captain. You see Josie and Dr. Von Hassler and the 2 aliens sitting there. As you...
The plant robot and the pangolin?
Yeah, the robot and the pangolin.
I feel like they were probably important, and we just sort of said no.
Dan gives you a sort of tired wave. You go over?
I'll go over, sure.
The mood in the bar is grim. They're sitting around, there's drinks. Galliar is quietly making drinks. Everyone seems really, really super duper down. Dan
Can't
looks
imagine
up.
why.
Yeah, Dan looks up and says, "Hey,
How's it going, Dumpling?
well, we've all been fired, which I guess is, I mean, you know, it is what it is. But, good job. I just wanted to say, you 3 of you, I mean, I stand by the fact that you 3 are just a ball of fucking chaos, the lot of you. It's fucking a nightmare watching you work, but hey, you still fucking managed to do it, so hats off to you.
Yeah, dumb luck and drugs. That's how we move.
I genuinely believe that.
Yep.
The captain walks over and he says, I've been meaning to tell you. I actually was hoping to tell you this a little bit earlier, but young man, and he sort of gestures to Kyler. He says, when you came in, you sort of flustered me with the whole we've got to go immediately now sort of thing. I remembered who gave me the alcohol.
Oh?
Oh.
Yes, it was Atherton. Hopefully that'll be of some use to you.
Yeah, man, dude, what? Atherton? Holy
Shocking.
shit.
Big surprise, right? Everyone surprised?
Oh my god, shock, gasp. I say shock and gasp. Gasp.
Galliar leans over and goes, yes, well, you see, there'd been a bit of a mix-up. Atherton convinced me to give some of the liquor of his choice to the sad janitor man that I had encountered. And, well, I won't be making that mistake again.
Oh, hold on. No, wait. You know, not all of us have adverse effects to it.
Right. Well, yes, that is true. You do seem to be uniquely qualified to drink this without dying.
Yeah.
Which I find interesting, actually.
Yeah. Maybe I'm a different creature in disguise.
Or maybe you have a more robust gut than our captain.
That's probably it.
And the captain goes, ho, 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 everyone has a more robust gut than I do at this point. I don't think there's anything left. It's a smooth track from mouth to anus, just straight down.
All right, Cat.
Oh, that's not.
I was there. I cleaned it up.
Yes, you did. I am sorry about that.
Yeah, no, it's okay. You owe me one or two.
Well, that is true, although you did cut off my ear. So perhaps we can say even Stevens.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Right. Well, I've been fired, and they might be court-martialing me.
Oh, no.
So that's a bit of a rough go of it.
What?
But,
They fired you? Why?
Oh, I believe the phrase was extreme dereliction of duty.
Pish posh, man.
Right. Well, I appreciate your sentiment, but in all seriousness, I think I owe the three of you, and strangely, you in particular, young miss, he gestures to you, Oka, a thanks. Despite the fact that you did assault me and cut off my ear.
I'm sorry about that, but you guys really should have unionized. I guess you won't be. You probably would have been avoided all this shit, right? Am I right?
Right.
I should look at Am I right? Look around. Unionize. Union.
There's no one joins in.
I mean, we can't pay anyone, but we may be coming into a ship. We could use a sad janitor and a chef or two, maybe?
Yeah, a crew would be dope.
Dan raises an eyebrow and says, "Did I just hear the word chef?"
Yeah.
And we'll be stopping at all manner of ports. We could use someone who can look after the ship in a security manner and...
Yeah, adventure.
Team huddle, everyone shut up. And I pull the other two over.
You do so.
Yeah, what's up? Are we whispering?
I feel this weird feeling in my stomach. It's like... I don't know how to describe it. All these people got fired because of us, and I feel...
Empathy?
Ugh,
It's weird, isn't it?
Have you
Gross.
not? Oh,
Hazel?
man, you're
What's up?
Yup. I'm just, as I was flabbergasted by when Kyler, Morgan, Davies.
But you know what? We should also have maybe jobs on the ship. Actually, captain, first mate. Hazel, maybe you should be the captain. You've thought about that? I know you like operating in the shadows, but you're probably the one with the most common sense out of the two of us.
Out of all of the two of us.
All of the two of you got it. That's right. It's just all of the two of us. All of the two of us. She starts singing.
We might make it if we
Oh,
try.
No. Oh,
As you do that, the pangolin alien turns to the plant robot and goes, "He's doing it again, isn't he?" And the plant alien responds in a way that you can't understand.
What did they say? I want to know.
No one responds.
The pangolin looks at you and says, "They said yes."
Oh.
And then he breaks his drink.
But what do you think we use everyone here for a crew?
A crew.
I mean, are we allowed to bring a crew? We didn't exactly ask, did we?
No, I'm sure it's fine.
Let's go back. I start to
we
turn
can
around and-
ask the guy that's coming to pick us up.
Yeah. Or we'll kill him. No, I'm teasing. No,
No.
we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Look, you guys all got worried because you're like, is Oka, like, is she losing it? She's not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yet being the operative word there. I feel like. Have you ever heard of leash kids?
No, what's that?
Yeah, we might be finding out really soon.
Sure, I'll take your word for it, Captain.
All right. You break huddle, and you see the crew of the Daedalus station, the once crew of the old Daedalus station, looking at you with confusion. And Josie says, "So, what is going on?"
We're not entirely sure right now.
You might have a job.
And
Maybe.
we might be able to bring you with us, but we need to check in with the people at the new job site here.
Huh.
I don't know.
Well,
It's
you
us.
see, we
We're
have,
playing it by ear, you know. Kyler's got something.
Yes, we have a new contract.
Contract. Yes. Yes.
We
I
have
see.
to go drop data packets.
That's right. Data.
Well, that sounds boring.
Well, then fine, don't come.
Oh, it would be great. Stop. You know, it'd be great. It'd be an adventure. Have you traveled the stars before?
No.
All right, and you trust us because we're trustworthy and safe.
I do not trust you
What?
even a little bit.
What? Are you dead?
In the time since I've met you, I have watched you try to or successfully assault various crew members, go slightly off your rocker for a robot that you named Bruce.
Oh, yeah, Bruce.
Yeah.
But are you dead, though?
Huh?
No, I mean, I'm not dead.
Oh, there you go. Sounds like we're ready to go.
She looks at Maxie, and Maxie is like, shrugs and is like, I mean, I got nothing.
Hey.
She turns to all of you and says, just to be clear, I cannot be your ship's doctor.
Okay. What were you again? Are you like an archaeologist? What was your actual? Oh, you're art. You're
an art historian.
historian.
Oh, boy.
So if we need an art historian, what ship doesn't have an art historian? They're essential to any spaceship.
She sheds a tear.
No, don't shed a tear. We actually need you. I was being genuine. Like, you know, in case we come up, there's so much art out there. You'll be able to document more art.
You can document my art?
Okay.
I understand you cry at that one.
You could probably do that. I don't, you know.
Well, this is not exactly how I envisioned my career track going, but, I mean...
Are you any good with culture? What do you know about xenoculture?
Oh, Well, actually, my thesis was on the intersectionality between the art forms of the Jacani that were residing on the Union homeworld and the humans who settled there, and how the Jacani art forms have actually influenced.
Okay, you're hired. Dear God, just stop putting me to sleep. We're about to go on a job.
Jesus Christ.
She sheds another tear.
Oh no. Oh no.
Josie says, yeah, I mean, it's not like I have a ton going on here, so... I mean, I was just gonna go, like... I don't know, try to make a start on Mars, but... If you guys are hiring...
We have to find out. We have to look into it. No promises we can't keep. Looking at you, Kyler.
And, the captain goes, and I assume that the ship will be in need of a captain.
A sad janitor, yes.
Yeah.
What?
You will be captain of sanitation.
Yeah, that's a pretty good job. The benefits and benefits.
Not
job.
being court-martialed?
Not being court-martialed is always
You know, when you put
preferred.
it like that, perhaps this isn't as dark a day for Captain Reginald Tanner as he had initially envisioned.
Welcome aboard, captain of sanitation.
Right.
This is great. You just, this is all it takes to be a job creator? I love it.
Yeah, all it takes is to have one of the wealthiest entities in the world as your patron.
That seems accurate, though.
Yeah. Art imitating life, dear God.
Yeah. There is a sound behind the two of you. The sound of some metal being clunked down. And you turn to see Dalian and Nate. Nate is currently in a wheelchair. His stomach is bandaged.
But he's alive.
He's alive. I didn't kill him.
Oh yay, Nate! Look at you.
You made it, you awkward bastard.
He wheels forward and he says, "Hey, I'm sorry that I ran away from the fight, but Dalian filled me in on everything. So you didn't need me, but I had an idea, and I was trying to make it happen, and then, the ship attacked me, and here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that the ship, someone was in control of the ship.
You knew?
They told me.
Who told you?
The ship.
Oh. Why didn't...
Well, they threatened me,
Oh.
and I wanted to help. I'm sorry.
It's not a great interview thus far, Buckaroo. I thought I trained you better.
Well, yeah,
Lions roar, Nate. Lions roar. Let me hear it.
rah.
Oh.
There it is.
He says, the thing is, my mom, she knew that there was something going on in that old R&D. I found her diary a while back, and she wrote about it. And, he turns, and there's a piece of machinery sitting on one of the tables. You're not even really sure what it is. It has a screen with a grid on it and various dials. And there's a space in the middle where something could be hooked into it. Actually, Oka, you would recognize this. This is because you've done various experiments. It is an energy recorder. And he says, I figured out that this is the piece of equipment that was making the ghost girl appear. I don't really know why or what it does, but I figured maybe at some point we might be able to, I don't know if she's there or in here or if she's dead, but I figured it was the least I could do to try and help somehow, even though I didn't really help at all, ever.
You're okay. It's fine. You know, you're a lot better than you give yourself credit for. And I almost killed you, so that's saying a lot.
What?
Huh?
It was an accident.
Oh.
Yeah. We
Cool.
were trying to save you. We got it.
Yeah.
You're here, and that's the important thing.
Yeah.
Just gonna like motion to Oka to sit down and shut up.
What is that? You want me to sit down and shut up?
Please.
Okay.
Please don't traumatize the 16-year-old.
Oh, okay. They gotta learn sometimes. Jesus, all right, fine.
And anyway, I just wanted to say thanks for saving me and not killing me, and I promise I won't run away again.
Yeah. You got this. You're Nate the Great, the first mate.
Oh, I really hope I'm not a first mate anymore.
Well, unfortunately, I think everyone got fired.
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
So
It's
not
pretty
currently the
horrific
first
stuff.
mate. But
Oh.
we'll figure something out.
I'm thinking something clerical.
The captain comes over and claps Nate on the shoulder, and Nate goes, ah. And the captain goes, don't you worry, my boy. I'll make sure that no matter what happens to you, no matter what horrific and terrible things that they might try to do to you, you shall be as well taken care of as possible.
God damn it.
By the way, I feel that you and I need to have a bit of a frank discussion regarding your mother. And Nate goes, I know. You told me already. I'm good, thanks. And the captain goes, oh. Right, then. I am going to go sit over here quietly and not ruin anyone else's day. And he just, like, slides away. Dalian walks up to you and says, so it appears that you solved the mystery and saved the day.
Sure did. Yeah.
Good job. I have to say, when I first met the three of you, I thought you were a bunch of bumbling idiots. But apparently I was wrong.
And you'll do well to remember it.
Yes. I have a gift of sorts. A thank you for the assistance that you gave me in figuring out the secret of my grandfather's designs. He reaches into a pocket and pulls out 3 sets of gear. They look like earpieces and contact lenses with a computer chip that seems to be built in. And he says, it seems as if you're going to be going on a bit of a journey, and, well, these might be of some use.
What are we looking at here?
Translators.
Yes.
Oh my God.
With all of the languages of the aliens of the Union. They will allow you to speak it and read it, and even have a baseline communication with the non-verbal ones. The amoebas are a little bit tricky, but I did the best I could. Consider it a thanks.
Well, thank you. This is very kind.
He nods and says, perhaps our path will cross again at some point.
We're trying to find homes for all these stray pups. I don't know what you're planning on or if you have big ideas, but
Yeah. We need a science officer, right?
I'm sure Nimble would appreciate the company.
Nimble, sitting next to him, shrugs and says, yeah, he's not bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Company. For everybody.
Well, then, yes, I suppose. He turns to Galliar and says, brother, how attached are you to this place? Galliar goes, well, at the moment, not particularly. Dalian nods and says, well, we'll discuss it. Oh, one more thing. Kyler. He gets in close and whispers in your ear, and he says, if I find out that you're hiding any more of my grandfather's artifacts from me, I will kill you. Just to make that clear.
There's the murdery alien I'd come to know.
Love to see
And
it.
No. Next time, don't be so murdery.
He says, it is not my fault if you view my mannerisms as alien to yours. I am literally, in your words, an alien. Read a book or something. He turns and walks away.
Wait, hold
Jeez.
on. What's a book? What's a book?
You spy a familiar face standing in the plaza holding a sign. It's a young man with blonde hair. He's got sunglasses on. He's got a suit. He's holding a sign. And the sign says, Hazel Kyler Oka.
You said the guy was familiar. Who is it?
It's the blonde guy.
From Nova
guy-
Luma who got us on the
Oh,
ship
the
last
same
time.
Yeah.
blonde guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, everybody. Rides here. Come on now. Form a single file line.
Yes.
I'm gonna walk up to him while Kyler is apparently gathering our field trip. And just,
Ah,
hi.
pleasure to see you again. In one
Yes,
piece as
it's-
well. Well done.
We lived. It's great. We seem to have picked up some strays.
Oh,
Just kind of point to the crew that is duckling walking towards us.
when you said strays, his eyebrows sort of raised. When he sees everyone, his eyebrows definitely raise. And he goes, huh. Well, this is certainly not in the dossier, but
Is that okay?
Yeah. that's
We
cool.
promised nothing.
well,
We promised, but they could help. You know, they worked on the ship here, space station, and they weren't completely incompetent.
Yeah.
well, how you choose to run your affairs is no concern of mine. If you
Well, that's-
want
that's-
to pick
yeah.
up every stray, then so be it.
Does Mars have cats? I ask with a grin.
Yes.
They have moms too.
I heard they need moms. They're in a severe mom shortage.
I've heard that too.
Consistent mom shortage. Right. Well, I guess the three of you and your retinue can follow me.
Cool.
All right,
And
guys,
just
let's
so
go.
I'm clear, is Galliar and Dalian coming, or are they staying to do their spiel here on this space station?
Galliar looks around and says, fuck it. And then switches off the lights on the pangolin and the robot. And the pangolin goes, hey! And he goes, sorry, we're closed now forever. It's been nice. Here, and he hands the pangolin a box of glasses and goes, work on that. Maybe one day you'll learn not to break them all.
Oh, poor guy.
Grabs a bottle and heads over and goes, well, who says a fresh start can't be the way to go?
Hell yeah, Tiki Hour in the community lounge, people.
Oh, no. It's never going to be quiet on this goddamn boat, is it?
No.
Nope.
Smash cut to the three of you in the shuttle. This is a shuttle that was built to hold maybe 5 at most.
Oh,
It
no.
is cramped back there.
Tyler is still taking up like 2 whole seats with his legs sprawled out.
Oh, no. Hazel has just like body checked him into a corner. Sit by the window.
Yeah, your crew that you just acquired is stacked on top of each other. And the ship embarks, detaching from the space station. You float out into the darkness of space. You see the old space station slowly but surely being devoured, chipped away, piece by piece. The clock strikes midnight. Nothing happens. The ship moves gently, gracefully down towards the surface of Mars.
And thus, the real story begins. But what will our heroes find on Proxima Centauri B? What mysteries await in the deep folds of space? You must stick around. Find out next time on Astronautica, Chapter 3.
Hey everybody, Matt here, your friendly neighborhood GM. I just wanted to take a moment and thank you all so much for listening to our podcast. We have a ton of fun making it, and I hope you have as much fun listening to it because it's great. If you like our show and want to support us, please check us out on Patreon, where for as little as $1, you can help us keep this going. Also, I just wanted to take a moment to thank my wonderful players, Ian Mutiner, Benjamin Timothy Jenkins, and Lauren Alice Dinney. They are wonderful and they ruin all my plans, and I literally could not do this without them, so I am eternally grateful. I also wanted to take a moment to thank Shersty Jorgensen, who designed our awesome logo, and also to thank Harrison Campion, who is my musical partner in crime. Anytime you hear a sick bass lick, that's Harrison. He's pretty great, and he's far more talented than I am, so I'm happy to have him around. I also want to take a moment just to thank my wife, Angie Feek, for all of her love and support, and for her continued input in the story. She's already made it so much better, and I'm super grateful. And finally, thank you to EJ Schumacher and Lauren Pratt, our first 2 ever Patreon supporters. We're so grateful. Seriously, there's a lot of cool stuff. Get in on that. There's unedited shows where you can see how much we don't know what we're doing. You get all of the music from the shows. So if you just want to like listen to some sci-fi ambient stuff, there will be one-shots that we run, and it might not be me. It could be Ian or Ben or Lauren, any of us doing this. So there's a lot of really great content for you to check out. Go over to our Patreon, check it out. And finally, thank you all so much for listening. You guys are great. Stick around.